Hi, I'm Sungaya Watson with SPC Consulting, and this is a tarot read. It is Wednesday, September 11th, and I am in Southern California. It's around 2 a.m. This is a solemn day for the United States, and we should send prayers, love, positivity, and have agape love and patience with each other, but also in remembrance for those that passed away. So I send you light and love and hugs and pray that you get peace and comfort. If you knew anybody who was involved in September 11th, or just, period, maybe some people have passed that you loved, I send peace, love, and positivity to you. I haven't done readings in quite a while. I took a quick sabbatical and I enjoyed my summer with my son, and as we're going into fall, homeschooling is priority, and also my own self-care is priority. That's what I learned over the summer is as I went through different life transitions to really focus on myself in a lot of ways and take care of me. So that's what I've been doing as I evolve and everything. But I do miss doing this. It is a part of my purpose. So that's why I've come back in a sense, and I'm ready to do these readings. I got some messages from Spirit, and so I'm going to relay those messages. I pulled some cards. We're going to pull some more cards to confirm. I will say, as I always say in my readings, sometimes with Mercury retrograde, with the eclipse energy, going into fall, all of these things, the energy is just so, it's so strange. It's so climatic, like corrective chaos would be how I could say it, in a sense of out of chaos is going to come correction, out of chaos is going to come justice, out of chaos is going to become like enlightenment. For the collective, whether you're on the good side of karma or on the bad side of karma, that's what I'm seeing is like corrective chaos. So I'm going to say a quick prayer, and then we're going to get into these cards. Like I said, we're going to do some confirmations with other cards, and we'll get from there. I say my prayers in silence, but I will change it up, and I will say them out loud. So here we go. Heavenly Father, in the mighty divine, we come to you in truth and honesty for this collective reading. I pray that any and all negative energy, hexes, curses, spells, monitoring spirits be cleared out so that I can give clarity and insight as you direct and guide me to through these cards and through the intuitive messages that you give me. Sending peace, love, hugs, abundance, prosperity, and divine protection for anybody who sees this reading and for the collective in general. We give you the praise and glory. Amen. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. So, as I was saying with this coming through, I see this reading, I see a shadow of a figure. It's a feminine energy. And on the ground is another feminine energy. I believe this feminine energy has transitioned on. From her transitioning on, there's going to be behind the scenes, I think that it's like lightly being investigated, but there is another crime that's been going on from one of these feminine energies, the one that's living. And I really think that from this crime going on, this feminine energy is going to be caught up in the transition of this other feminine energy, is how I can say it. This would have happened within the past 2 years. When Spirit came to me, I saw 211, so February 11th may be relevant. As well, numbers 211 in the Bible is relevant. And when I looked that up, there's a specific number, 46,500. And I had to write this down because I always do my research. I went to the School of Ministry, but I will tell you, you don't know everything about the Bible. A lot of different things mean a lot of different things in there. So it's always something new each time. But Elazar, Shador, which means God is my strength, my rock, the rock of God. That is in Numbers 2:11 when you break down the meaning of those words. Also, God of light, sender of revelation. And so, in a sense, I feel like that's what Spirit is telling me to do, is to be like the sender of revelation about what has transpired, or what is going to also be transpiring. But like I said, the numbers 46,500 comes up, and 211. So even though it's numbers 211, I'm getting February 11th may be relevant in this reading. I'm using the African Goddess Rising deck. That's what I was told to use from Abiola Abrams. She's one of my favorite spiritual people in the community. Awesome, amazing, empowering. I've taken some of her webinars. And of course, I love her tarot cards. They're so beautiful. They're so descriptive, and they're so empowering at the same time. So that's what I pulled from originally. Also a deck that I use that has memes and everything on it. But we're going to clarify with another Abiola Abrams tarot deck, and that's the Secrets of the Ancestors. This is a great deck. I love it. So we're going to clarify with that deck. But I'm going to just, the cards that I already pulled, I'm going to go ahead and tell the story as I'm hearing it with intuitive message and as this energy is coming through. And then, like I said, we'll clarify with the other deck. So from my own deck, the first card that came out, which was the only card that came out, and I was told this is the foundation of this person transitioning away, was keeping sex secrets. I definitely heard pay for play, prostitution ring, sex outside of oneself. So that's what I'm picking up. First card that came out was, now remember, Abiola Abrams' African Goddess Rising deck, that is a deck with goddesses from across different cultures, mainly African. So these, I would never think that, even though these cards could come out in reverse, like what goddess could be in reverse, but Spirit is having me take cards that were in reverse. So some were upright, some were in reverse, but they do mean something. So I'm just gonna go off that. But the first card that came out was Jumbi, and the keyword for Jumbi is mask, and the number 18. So as you can see, and I can tell you can see a lot from this card, and I'm getting a lot from this, from the start of this story. Basically someone, and that's why the word mask is there, somebody is wearing a mask. The person the feminine energy that's wearing a mask, she was the one, I just saw her shadow, that was standing over this other person that transitioned away. She could have blonde hair, but I'm hearing she wears wigs. Ooh, with me. But it's not me. She wears wigs. In this picture, now you can see this goddess Jumbi. She has like a white dress on and her mask and hat. This person that was standing over the person that transitioned, this person has this identity to others, like she's very innocent, very, could be even religious, and I'm hearing she comes from a family that's like spiritual, but they kind of disguise it as religion. Another thing about her, because if you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 masks in this picture. They're colorful masks. I feel like this person, like, she likes to wear different colors. She has a very colorful life. But there's also, there could be 5 people, which is why, keeping sex secrets came out. It could be 5 or more people involved, minimum of 5 people involved in keeping these sex secrets that this person is involved in. I'm also picking up that she in pay for play or in sex outside of oneself, as you know, I heard, she disguises her sexuality. Like, she go both ways. She could like all kind of different things. And even if it's pay for play, you don't always have to pay with her. She likes sex. She finds sex empowering. She it's like, I'm hearing like when she has sex, she goes into this like state, and it like powers her. Like, she goes into a trance. She's very good at it. Jumbi, and you know, if I read from the book, like I said, it's number 18. That could be relevant to someone. It breaks down to a 9. Jumbi, let me just read about her, the key words, because she's in the upright. Shadow of mass, Caribbean. Temple is shadows, element is air. So this person could be an air sign, or she could have air in her charts, of course. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Jumbis are the scary shadows, otherworldly spirits, and monsters of the Caribbean. I actually lived in the Caribbean. I went to the University of the Virgin Islands like for a year there. I didn't really study. I studied guys. I studied diamonds. I studied elementary there. I studied science and beaches. But the Caribbean is very huge influence spiritually. And so reading about that, this person, she definitely has a connection to spirituality, but she's very, it's not demure. There's something about, and this is why if you see Jumbi, the eyes in the picture, like they're very focal at you. This is the kind of person that her eyes, you can see her power, you can see her spirit, you can see energy in her eyes. And I'm hearing her eyes can be kind of slanted, but she can give off a thing of being evil, you know, even if she's good. Like, she can draw people in with her eyes. That's what she does. Jumbi's guidance is, where is the lie? Get quiet to get clear. Put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or are you afraid? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Embodiment, show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability and your blessings. If you're wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. The declaration, and I'm only going to read a little bit of it, is, I am willing to remove the mask. I feel like this person, she only removes her mask when it's sexual. She only removes her mask. Well, I mean, that's when you deeply see like who she is, how empowering she is sexually. She removes her mask when she's having sex. Sex is like her, it's like her adrenaline rush. It's like her vibrancy. To anybody else not involved in this possibly sexual prostitution ring or keeping sex secrets or whatever, you're, you know, seeing a little bit about her. But those who get to have sex with her or get to participate in sexual activities with her, they like get to see like on full display. She's very, very open with it sexually. Sex drives her. She, even though she has these sex secrets and things, she's not beyond kind of just showing it, you know, like the power from it. She may even kind of put out that attitude or get others to come into her, or hang around people that are like, we're all sexually like empowered and everything triggered by sex things. Very sex. There's a lot of sex going on in this, you know, the S word, sex. So that came out in the upright. Jumbi mask. We have a feminine energy. She could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who is wearing a mask. Like I said, she could possibly have blonde hair or wear wigs. Very, makeup-ish, likes her makeup, likes everything, like a lady of the night. They are beautiful, they are enticing. But she was standing over the body of somebody that transitioned. So that's our final thing. Next card out, we have Oshun. But Oshun came out in reverse. Number 25, Fearless Love. Now I'll tell you, I am an Oshun lover. I'm always thankful for the Orishas. A couple years ago, Oshun actually, her energy or spirit, came to me for like 3 months, and it was life-changing. Like, she literally gave me a lot of confidence, let me connect. I was very prosperous and abundant. She comes in spurts in my life. I think she kind of prefers to come to me during the fall. Yamoja Yamaya definitely throughout the year, but mainly in the summer. But when Oshun comes, it's like I elevate, and nobody can take that away. Nobody can mess with that. Nobody could hex or spell or do that. Like, the relationship I have with Oshun, when she does appear and come to me, is very strong. It's very powerful. And I like when she comes. There have been a few times when the energy has kind of taken over me. And I will say, sexually, yeah, I don't want to even go there, but I know somebody was scared. My ex-husband was like, what, is going on with you? Like, you look different. I think it's like her energy heavily came through to me. So that kind of was funny. But Oshun was in reverse, so Fearless Love. I feel like, from what I'm hearing, and you can see, with the water overflowing, and she's holding a beautiful mirror. Like, Oshun is powerful. She's also a keeper, they say, of the occult, of secrets of the occult. So this person who wears a mask, but remember, Oshun's out, Fearless Love in reverse. The person who wears the mask, she, because it's Fearless Love, but in reverse, she has an inner turmoil, an internal, like, kind of hate. And I do think that this hate was for the person that she was standing over, the shadow. The person that she was standing over who's transitioned, she had an internal hate for this person. I don't know why. We'll get to the root of that. But she definitely, whoever this person was opposite of who she is, So that's what that is. Next card out is Gang Sarah, Resistance. Number 22. Now, see, when I look at this card, this is definitely something spiritual, but not only that, it's like her arms, like, it's just powerful. I can hold all this, I can do this, I can do this. But I really feel like this is like spell work. Like, this is someone that I do spells, I send hexes, I send curses, I manipulate, I do a lot of things. And I'm not saying that this is what this goddess is about or what she does. We're going to read up on her. But this is the energy I'm picking up from the person that wears a mask. Because it's like she disguises herself. But out in nature, late at night, you see like where this number is, that kind of can also, even though it's 22, it kind of reminds me of the moon. Under the full moon is how this person, or when there's some kind of, like, this person studies things, and so she knows the right periods to do a spell, or to do things. But I'm hearing like she's not as experienced as she thinks she is. She just kind of got caught up in it. She got enticed by it. So I'm going to read Gang Sarah to see who she is. She's never come out any of the readings that I've done before using this deck, so I'm going to read about her. I haven't studied like all the goddesses, but I know like most of these ones in this deck. Gang Sarah, Shadow of Resistance, Tubago. Temple Shadows, Element Bush. So to me that is Earth. Shadow Goddess Gang Sarah, the Witch of the Golden Lane, blew into Tobago on a determined breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. You are scared that you are going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. Goddess Declaration. This is me. I show up. Okay, so the lady, the shadow, or this would be the feminine energy with the mask that's still living, she was related to the person that transitioned on. Definitely family. This person, like I said, it said witch. So, like I said, she comes from a family of women that are spiritual. They kind of disguise it as religion, but she does practice spell work. I'm hearing she likes to read spell books. So that could be that. Next card out, we have Queen Mother Nanny, Liberation. But this was in reverse. And this is number 37. Now see, when I look at this picture and I see like liberation, of course, liberating and free. She's holding, like a sword or something. She's got her beautiful garb on and she's free. But if this is in reverse, there is no liberation. The opposite of, to me, of liberation is entrapment. So perhaps, and this is going to get specific, but I'm going to have to clarify this with cards. From what I'm hearing, the person that transitioned away, she felt trapped. And her being trapped is connected to the person that was standing over her. She felt trapped about something between them, something that she knew. I'm going to read Queen Mother Nanny and see what that's about. And you have to forgive me. There's a lot of great details, even though this is one of my favorite decks. There's a lot of details, so you got to read them, to make sure it's right. Queen Mother Nanny, Goddess of Liberation, Maroons, Jamaica. Wait, hold on. Temple Queen's Element Fire. So the person that transitioned could have had fire elements, but what I'm really picking up is that there was a fiery fight between these two feminine energies regarding sex secrets. But they're family. So this is not a same-sex couple. This is family. Queen Mother Nanny of the Maroons was a spiritual leader, military strategist, and revolutionary. This Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped to lead rebellions. Nanny helped to free over 800 enslaved people. Her guidance: break free. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. Declaration: my dreams empower me. But you got again, this was in reverse. So you've got two women that are family members. One knows the secret of the other one, which involves a sex secret. One's wearing a mask. The one that's still living is wearing a mask. The other one felt trapped by what she knew about her family member. That's what I'm picking up. she felt trapped. She found out in a strange way about her family member being involved, having sex secrets. She found out in her own way. Next card out was Mott, giving and receiving, but that was in reverse. Mott, I think I'm saying that right. Ma'at was an Egyptian goddess, I believe. Number 10. If you look at her and you see you've got the 4 snakes. And this woman, I mean, her legs are all out there. Beautiful card, though. The imagery is beautiful. This is giving and receiving, but I believe it was in reverse. So let's read on Mott. If you guys hear anything strange, I'm so sorry. My new neighbors, they, I believe, are in the nursing industry, so they're out like different hours and stuff, and you hear different things. And of course we have the fire, and I will say I'm literally like 15 minutes away from the line fire and the other fire that's near Mount Baldy. So I've been hearing like, you know, a lot of different things and everything. The weather is absolutely insane. It's very dark and dreary over here, so I think people are getting out to like get air or things. So if you hear anything, please forgive me. Ma'at, giving, goddess of giving and receiving, of course, Egypt. Temple, conjurers, element, air. It says goddess Ma'at represents alignment, truth, and balance. Her name means order. As her father, Egyptian sun god Ra, rose out of the chaos and put her in charge of divine justice. Goddess declaration, I give easily and freely. I receive freely and easily. So what I'm picking up, because this is, the second was in reverse. Or half, upright. We're going to read it like this. The one that had the sexual secrets, that was giving freely and easily, she gave to the wrong people. This relative of hers found out because this relative found out about her secret. I gotta ask source like how she found out about this secret, though the keeping sex secret. But there is about to be divine justice and order in this situation. I'm also picking up and this is going to sound strange, I'm picking up she stood over me while I was passing away. She did nothing to help me. She just watched. The person that transitioned away was older than the person that's still living, but she wasn't like, it's like she had the spirit of an old lady, but she wasn't like super old, mid 30s to 40s. But she's saying this person watched over her and watched her pass away as she passed away. Next card up, we have Sept, but Sept was in reverse. Sept, and the key word is surrender. That was another Egyptian goddess. And one of the things that trips me out is there's like a baby, kind of, but it could be look like a dog, sucking her teat. And then you see, I think those are seagulls or swans. You see the eye, the top. When I see this eye, to me, even as Egyptian, it's like I'm thinking about divine justice and order. Somebody knows, somebody sees, somebody knows what's going on or what went on. what the truth is. She wants this truth to be known. But there is something, I'm going to read this. The number is 44. There's something about that. Anyways, let's read it. Sept, goddess of spiritual surrender in Egypt, high priestesses, element bush. Like I said, to me, bush means earth. Well, yeah. Goddess Sept is revered as a magical healer and sorceress. She of 10,000 names, you may know her as Isis. Her Greek name, or Aset, was Set, is Set, was worshipped in ancient Nubia, the Sudan region, Egypt, and beyond. Goddess declaration, everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time. But see, she was in reverse. So what I think this is about the secret. The person that transitioned away while her family member watched, who knew the secret, this is why this happened. The key word is surrender, but opposite of surrender, again, to me, is being trapped, being locked up in a sense. It's like I'm feeling like I can't breathe. There's something about being in this chair and this breast being, because this is very sexual and sensual, but because I feel like I can't breathe. When she's saying she watched me, this woman that transitioned away, she could have been gagging. A pillow could have been involved or something that would have made her lose her breath, but she could have been gagging, and her family member was just watching her pass away. Our next card out is Mame Kumba Bang, speak up. Number 33. And that's what Spirit is saying. When you look at this picture, you see she's wearing blue. To me, blue is always Yamoja, but that doesn't look like the ocean, kind of. It is, but it kind of looks like the sea. You see these fists. These are fists of power. I don't know if you can see them. I hope the glare is not too bad. And then you've got these two little cups. This fruit going in water. It's like being made an offering. Is speak up. Let's read. It's almost time to clarify, and I know we're at 34 minutes, so Mame Kumba Bang, goddess of speaking up, Senegal, temple, griots, element, water, as I said, beach, ocean. Mame Kumba Bang protects the mouth of the Senegal River. When making an offering to her, you must not speak to anyone else, coming or going. Sing for her, chant for her, call to her, give Goddess Kumba your voice, and she'll be happy. Goddess declaration, I reclaim my voice, I speak out, and I speak up. This is a person that transitioned on. She's speaking up. And somebody else is about to speak up too, because I think, which I'm hoping the cards will clarify, if I'm seeing this right, I'm feeling like the lady that transitioned away, who was older, she had knowledge that her family member, a younger person, was involved in some kind of, it could be prostitution ring or pay for play for sex or whatever. Whatever it was not legal. How this woman found out, that's what I would like to know. But she found out. But her family member, I don't want to think that this young person tried to unalive her over this secret, but she could have, or watched her, you know, like pass, kind of like passing away, just watching her. That's what it feels like. But we're going to clarify with, another deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write each card and we'll see what comes out. I'm hearing use my deck with the memes and the songs and stuff, but I'll do that, okay? I'm hearing use that deck. But I really wanted to use the Secrets of the Ancestors, so maybe I'll end up using both or whatever. We'll see. But I'm hearing use your deck and your deck only, so that's probably means it's going to get down to business. Anyways, this is interesting. I tell you, it's like sometimes the karmic energies, when I get in contact with somebody now, or certain things, and that's why, like, right, I chilled on the maybe today, maybe tomorrow readings, because even some people I know, and I put a reading out, they're like, did you, like, why are you putting my business out? And I didn't know that was your business. I know that was going on with you. But I was just, and maybe I had lunch with that person, they didn't tell me, but maybe I picked it up. But I find that these karmic energies or this karmic activity, it just, like, it's so crazy. It won't go away. And corrective chaos needs to come through. I'm gonna have some tea. Forgive me for being a little slow. I haven't been on in a while. So I can imagine if I were live, what would happen. And I plan on going live. I do. When, I don't know, it could be today, it could be tomorrow. We'll see. This tea is good. I like to mix organic black tea with like celery tea, which is good for blood pressure, but I like to put Delta 9 honey in it. If you never tried Delta 9 honey, I would highly suggest it. But and I'll put a link in this video to the place where I get mine from. But like, you can only use a teaspoon through half a tablespoon. If you use any more, I mean, you might have to go to the hospital. I'm so like, it gets you. And I had made a mistake. I had actually had like some chicken strips. I love chicken strips. I love chicken strips from Wingstop, especially Hawaiian teriyaki. The buffalo is okay. There's one, it's like a new one. It's like a seasoning. It's really good. Cajun or something like that. Well, I had that, and I had drizzled the Delta 9, and, you know, I'm thinking, you know, it's light, you know, it's a lightweight. And, yeah, that, it was, I'll never forget what happened with that chicken, but I have not done that since. I wouldn't even drizzle that stuff on biscuits, but I was out there. I swear I thought I had to go out to my pool on the patio and literally just like take in like breaths and everything, like be outside because my heart was beating. I mean, I'm not a lightweight when it comes to things, but the Delta 9, that honey is just, oh, it like took me there. It took me to another planet. Anyways, let's get into this. I'm hearing like other stuff, but let's see cards. Let's see what comes out. This is my own deck of songs and memes and sayings and signs and everything. So let's see what comes out. I like to call this like my karmic deck that I made, because that's what it feels like. But let's get started. Spirit, Divine, please give me a card for Junbi Mask that will tell us the story. Please give me a card for Junbi Mask that will tell a story. It fell right there at my desk. Ooh. Okay. Oh God. Volunteer. Okay, so the person that transitioned away, she liked to volunteer. I'm hearing her family heavily relied on her. She was a sweetheart. She did everything for her mama. She's very kind. She lived a good life. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Next card is the Oshun in reverse. Spirit, can you give me a card for Oshun in reverse? That one. Positive influence. Fearless love. Hate, positive influence. So the person that was standing over her, which is her family member, I feel like this could be like sisters or cousins or something. She was a positive. The person that transitioned away was a positive influence, and that family member that was standing over her did not like her because of that. She didn't like her positivity. It's like one family member, you know how like in a family member, they say black sheep and all that, or maybe white witch, black witch, someone who, you might have that sister or that cousin or somebody who's really positive, and the other one's like she's secretly, dark and kind of, reckless, or does like really evil stuff or whatever. That's what picking up. So one disliked the other one because one was very positive. Let's clarify. Gang Sarah, resistance. Inheritance or fortune by the divine. So this could again have something to do with money. It's only because Gang Sarah was about spell work. I had said that, and clarifying that. Resistance. There is an inheritance. There is money involved in this situation. One relative wanting to collect off the other one, but I'm also hearing off another relative's death. So it's like literally two. Oh, like we're supposed, like somebody passed away, we're supposed to, get our portion of the inheritance, but someone's like upset, like I think you're getting more than I am, or blah blah blah, so I'm gonna get you out so I can get some of your inheritance as well, or some of your money. But it also has something to do. Well, so the person that stood over this person, you know, it's kind of like that, but I'm also upset that you know my secrets about sex. So that too, that's involved. For Queen Mother Nanny, Spirit, can I get a card for Queen Mother Nanny? Oh, that's too many. Let me shuffle this again. If they come out, they come out. They're meant to be. Okay, so kind of understand where this is going. Next card out for Queen Mother Nanny. Spirit, can I get a card for Queen Mother Nanny? Can I get a card for Queen Mother Nanny? 2. Listen to your heart. And air sign. Ooh, I say air sign was involved. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Listen to your heart. But listen to your heart was kind of in reverse. So this person doesn't listen to their heart. They listen to their vagina. And this person may not have... This person is actually cold. It seems like they have a heart. That's why, I mean, it lines up with resistance. They're actually cold. They don't have a heart. And that is because of something from their childhood. They have like deep wounded childhood issues is what I'm picking up. Let's get a card for Mott, giving and receiving, and that before was in reverse. Spirit, can I get a card for Mott? Oh, remember I said too many? I think I gotta take these all. Commitment. Turn that tech off. Time, but that was in reverse. Ancestors and archangels is in the upright. Educate yourself, that was in reverse. Transmute that energy. That's a lot for this. Okay, so giving and receiving, but it was in reverse. Okay, so there's always back and forth between these two relatives, either they're cousins or sisters. They always went back and forth. Educate yourself. That I said that was in reverse. That's because somebody again was keeping a sex secret and the other found out. That's what that is. Ancestors and archangels. Now the person that transitioned away, she's an ancestor. She's speaking up about what happened. Turn that tech off. Tie your time. But it was in reverse. That's because this is about to come out. There's evidence about. Oh. Okay. So there's evidence, there's like proof, there's pictures, something tech about the sex secrets. So this is the prostitution or the pay for play or whatever. There's evidence about this. This family member that transitioned away, that's how she found out about this relative. She came up on a video or something. She came up on that, and that's how she found out the sex secret for this person. Commitment. It says marriage move-in, but commitment. I'm hearing like she was committed to finding out why exactly this family member went this route. Like, why are you doing this? There's no reason to, because we have money. You have money. There is no reason for you to be doing this. Why are you doing this? It's like they had like a confrontation or something about this. That's what that is. Usually I wouldn't put these cards back, but yeah, they had a confrontation. I don't think they had a confrontation like days leading up to when she was found. Yeah, they had a confrontation about this days before this person was found. Like, you know, she confronted her about it. And that was hard for her to do that. Because these older relative. Okay, so this older relative, this is what I'm picking up. This older relative, she might have had her own sexual things. You know how you could belong to a swingers club or something like that. That's what this older relative had, her own little sexual thing or whatever, and through that she came across her family. She found out about her family member. That's what it is. There was some kind of course the family member that's still living didn't want that to get out, and that's what she said. I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have done anything. The one that transitioned away. Let's clarify. Mommy Kumba Bang, speak up. No, let's clarify. No, I'm here to clarify that. Let's clarify. Mommy Kumba Bang, speak up. Spirit, can I get a card for Mommy Kumba Bang, speak up? Have two came out. Oh, check that Venus sign. Let's check your heart space. And treat yourself and the earth better. But that came out in reverse. So, in speaking up, yeah. To me, what that is saying, speaking out, is that it's like time for, in a sense, karma, or this other thing is going to be, this pay for play, like I said, or whatever, that's going to be investigated. It's all going to come out. It is all going to come out. So this person, like with the Venus sign, like you're saying, that's like your heart space, because I connect Venus with the heart, with love or whatever. There's just some deeply hidden things with the person that's involved in the sex stuff or whatever. This person finds sex as their way. They treat themselves. Sex to them is empowering. Sex is how they handle things, treat themselves right, how they address their issues. But it's gone too far. And so now it's gone too far with the death of this loved one that passed on. And now it's about to come out. It's like she didn't have to, whatever happened, like to watch someone pass away like that, we're going to clarify, is Sept, surrender. Whoever, like, it didn't have to go that far. This relative wasn't going to say anything about what the other one was doing. She would have never said anything. she just had concern for that person. Like, if you're going to be involved in this and stuff, are you taking care of yourself? Probably are you using condoms, you know, is anything like, but this is a deeper issue that needs to be addressed. I think that's what the confrontation, they had a confrontation confronting, and one saying like, well, you're involved, you've got your things too or whatever, and but this one saying like, yeah, but it's not as deep as yours. Like, you know, you're literally practically a prostitute, you know, and you do this for fun, like, to heal your, or you think you're healing yourself. This is how you address your issues, is through sex. This is not healthy. This is very dark. That it's like I'm literally like hearing their little argument or whatever. Let's clarify, Spirit. Can we clarify is Sept, surrender? I feel like I'm hearing other stuff. My ears are kind of evil. Look at that, evil. The person that still living, that's what they surrendered to, is evil. And that's about to come out. Let's see, pull another card like came out. I don't know if I can reach it. Her saying surrender. God, this is like a very chaotic. Because it's like on one hand, like I get it. You don't have to do this. You have money. Like, you don't have to do this. But on the other hand, for the person living, this is like, this is what I do. This is what I like to do. This is how I handle things. But there is, it's like a slight addiction too. It's like, you can be empowered by an addiction because it makes you feel invincible, that hey, I can smoke this much, I can drink this much, you know, like you feel on top of the world, like you get pushed when you do it. Sex would be one of those things. That's why this person, that's why she does it or whatever. But the other one, that wasn't, you know, her case or whatever. She barely was into this, but she just, it's like, you don't have to do this. You have money, you have, like, you can work through this. You can work through this. And again, something about these deep childhood issues. If they're sisters or cousins, they obviously were close. And so, you know, maybe even having the same grandmother figures and aunts and everything, she's probably like, we come from a family of empowered women. Why would you need to, why would you think that sex would empower you? You're already empowered. Like, you have some kind of deep childhood issue that you need to work through. I want to grab that other card. So excuse me for a minute. Let me get it. I'm at my desk. Let's see. You're worth more. You're worth more. I'm telling you, Spirit does not lie. That's what this is about. You're worth more. That's the card. You're worth more. And at the bottom of the deck, their ego is too much. That's this person that is still living is going to be caught up and found. But that happening is actually going to open the investigation or the door to the person that transitioned away, because there is something with the tech, with the pictures and everything. Somebody's going to put it together, or somebody in law enforcement or whatever is going to put it together, that you got one sister that's doing this, but you got another one that might have slightly been involved as well, because she's a swinger, or, you know, through activity or whatever. And what it may look like is what actually could be is that this person, the one that's living, might have done something to the other person because she found out. They have, because of the issues she found out. So, but it didn't have to go that far, because days leading up to when they passed away or whatever, I think that's what the person that transitioned would say. Like, you don't have to do this. You're worth more. But you didn't have to go there. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to possibly unalive me or contribute to it or watch me. You could have helped me. I was not going to say anything about what you were doing. I just wanted you to better your life. And the person that's still living or whatever that watched this or instigated or whatever she did, it's about to be found out, like everything. Like one leads to the other. One kind of leads to the other. This is like a sexual addiction gone wrong. Gone like chaotic. You said chaotic, corrected, chaos. I don't know who this is for. It could come out. I'm hearing it'll come out within the next 3 months. It's gonna come out. It's going to come out. Pictures and all, tech and all. And the person that transitioned on forgives. She forgives. But she also understands that there needs to be corrective action, but she forgives. What has transpired, she forgives. But it didn't have to be like this. And with that, we will end. I'm gonna come back and do another reading, or 2 or 3 or 4. This has been Sungaya Watson with SPC Consulting. Again, I am on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and of course Instagram as Sungaya Watson SPC. Details for booking are in the community tab, also in the info and the bio. And I also put little updates about my life and about things going on. Sometimes things get hectic and crazy, sometimes they don't, but I definitely drop pictures about things that are relevant to me, could be relevant to you, art, politics, and stuff like that, sayings and everything. So check it out. I thank you so much. I send you light, love, and positivity. We are merging the journey of home and spirit together. Have a great day. Bye.